Sompa 90.7 one year war a half to ahodoɔ sanso na nkuru ahodoɔ yɛ atwa half ho ahyia na afenso one year wɔ sunwane ene ne mpɔtamo no wo mo atie bi ɛwɔ Sompa 98.9 Sompa 98.9 abɛfo ntentafide nso nyina so yɛ hɔ mo a wotuma di akyi ma wonya bi ahwɛ na wonya bi akenka berepam wonsusua no wadwenkyerɛ no yɛbɛyɛ ho adwuma kama na yɛde afransam no awia yi menam wana menam sɛ de yɛafra ne de yɛmfra ɛwɔ hɔ gibi na egya wom ɛyɛ mizoa sanso na mekamfo awia yi de ma wo sɛ yɛne sciatica expert no ankasa yɛre ne so to akyi hɔ no mobɛku na ɛde wagu asasefo asase so no ɛno ana yɛka ho asɛm enti mɔmɔde yɛnkrabata ne dɔɔso ɛne yɛmmɔ mpo na yɛnya ho adwuma mfama wo ayam tim sisiadeɛ koko na afenso de ha wo bia no ɛyɛ 3A Herbal Center wɔno na ɛfra wo ɛna awia sabra na bibia ɛnyɛ simple ɛmfa ɛma wo awia yi mekamfo na me de ma wo sɛ de ɛha wo no ɛyɛ internet na ɛnyina so mfama wo nko ade a of course we are the fastest internet in the world cloud internet nie top high higher yene Love FM ene di ehwene mu tano so batrapa new site Dr. Abe Efrao wasebra hunhum fam ene hunam fam ba yentrase yenkasa yemfa ne mangu fam na yenye yare no nto ho na momu okofie wompewe na opede wona da roma na wiai na nakwabana kese na fe
akosuya ajewa akwade boatin
Ghana mampani na adodankwa ekufu ado enroada Waba asante mantan kropon kumasemu na ne nyina no eyese dwumade kase ena de ne bepie ha mpani aka de ato wose kwabrane ennante kwa ntibra asemu a ede ba asante mamu nyina no eyese enkanea ya eye furuma no a yebegina so na nkanea no timi anya ahoden ewo Ghana ha se obepa ahontoma no eho nkomobo ena one Ghana fo ediye na ebra wo kasa fa mfidie na furuma no ho no ena wo ye ne se nyame anim nie Ghana fo nyina enya asante manko wiase nyina no obi ahunu se de niema esi kɔ mantam du nsia nyina obi ahunu se de nkanea no ho nsam no esi etie bi wo hɔ nyina so enwuma eguni ade ne nyina no wate ne nyina no wahunu ne nyina no so wakenka ne nyina ne bom no woka enye se bia boapaye se bia bibisa betumi abaso nanso na ye nkakra wo mo hwɛ na wo matoto ne masa de bɛya enima pa betumi agu akwamu enno abodwumade no ase no ensem sei na odeka ho.
The challenges that the people of Ashanti and indeed of other parts of the country have had to endure in very recent times over the supply of power. And I can only thank you for the patience you have exhibited in the face of these challenges. Ladies and gentlemen, I must perforce thank Otufo Asante, who graciously intervened with the authorities of the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology to release a portion of their land for the construction of this power station and gas pipeline infrastructure. And I thank the Vice Chancellor of the university for this important contribution. I thank also the chiefs and people of Angomase and indeed all stakeholders who contributed in diverse ways to making this project a reality.
Ghana mampanina na adodankwa ekufuado.
Dr. Steve Mantio, your co-chair of the Ghana Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative, and I watch you say, Edrum Rabiana Manofo, Mudiabo Pa, Janiama Taiwan Maniase, Sakaji Kaji, Berry, Chini, and the other bar here, the Washua, the Okukuru, and the Kaka, Wabrani Nata, Aya Ghana, a free foot woman, some Poya Ghana Sika, and the boss Adian Hobra. Was in the Washa Ghana, Makuya, friend say, Voter Authority, Viary, a year, a Mary plant, ya, and ne crampono, Yadan. Di adaba kumase wantama power plant no a ena baba di kumase no a abusunya wose wei enwo hyehyɛ ne ho dwumade very ena ne si won na ase enti wonim de enti na amanyofo won magye ata wo mani ase a wo mo twene sɛ ne abasa ndcc ya mbi so ye kra ne yɛhwe abɛda ne ani a ene yanya din foforo sa ne mani nyina anya dia ɛho hia.
The president has told Ghanaians that he leaves that title, that doing something to former president. And having said that, just a couple of months, it becomes difficult to admit that we are where we were in 2015. But if we don't confront the politicization of the energy sector head on, we will never be able to resolve the problems of the sector. For instance, why should politicians be taking credit for work done by a technocratic institution like DRA. If you have state-owned enterprises, they are supposed to be company and they do their work as expected of them. And then you have politicians taking credit for the work done by a company. If it is not the politicization of these institutions, what else could that be? Yeah, so GRA was set up to do these kinds of things, and they are doing it. So why should politicians be dancing around and making fanfare of it? I don't understand it. You see, we used to be in this situation years back with Ghana Commercial Bank then, today's ECB, and it led to overexposure of the bank to the extent that the bank was brought on its knees and government had to take a decision to privatize the ECB. The government was directing where loans should go, and loans, credit facilities were established beyond the capability and capacity of DCB to Temaoyo Refinery. In the end, we came to the brink of collapse of both Temaoyo Refinery and GCB. I mean, it's high time politicians wash their hands off the operations of state enterprises. We've had enough of that. Look at DMPC, same problem. Politicization of that institution to the extent that workers' morale today is so low in that corporation. I think time has come for us to see how we dilute government control over state enterprises. We've done that with oil, we've done that with SIT, we've done that with Ghana Commercial Bank, and it's working perfectly. We have a template. Let's follow it.
I was aware your culture, the Ghana Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative, Dr. Steve Mantiao.
Afase bi koso na ye de toso aduoson enum sentrofo afase na ase no abrempon ne nintiripi na eba ase na opani ba ko a woje akasamu ya wokasa ya na obi ahwe nanim din no eye chancellor edema UCC suapono yewura Sam Jonah ensam de oburu bi so ene wo kire se oman mu nsantwerefo tomre bi a wodwene ehudi ya yente ase asem no a wose ye ka no yenka ne de namba bi yenim no kora no pa so na ye de asem no namba bi wo kwa kan yesa MPP for na abɔ no pa wo kwa kan yesa NDC for na abɔ no pa ebiemu nso ade ba ko person nsantwerefo ti ase pa ne se amamuo na ekoso nyese bia yenka ho ye ka ho se wo hwa amamuo ne nhyehyɛ no a ye toso enan senka ya twede a utia ba ku mienu miensa enan na utia so no nsɛmtwerɛfo so na utia nsɛmtwerɛfo de wɔn ho hia ɛwɔ bibia mu ebiemu nso ade ba ko wɔde soso ɛne sɛ yɛnka bi ma menka bi a yɛde yɛ adwuma no ade ba ku bi ebɛyɛ osi akwan mu ne ntwintwana mu ɛwɔ yɛnka bi ma menka bi a ne boɔden a ɛbibe man mpo ne Ghana yɛde hoahoa yɛn ho sɛ yɛnka bi ma menka bi no ɛyɛ wɔdɔ ɛne ntiaseɛ ɛne abotoyɛ mu no na yɛyɛ din na yɛhwɛ din ne yɛhwɛ yɛn nsɛmtwerɛfo yɛ yɛbɛprɛprɛ asɛm no aprɛprɛ asɛm no retre na de ehu hia se wose ka no saa bre no na ye ka de wose ka no saa bre no ye nka ne nyina no ya nsem bia ya na hadwen to sensem twerofo da se obi am na nina ho asam no ye ka no se de sitie ye ya yenye ne ye.
In this era, when the essence of our democracy and the fabric of our society are tested, let us recommit ourselves to the principles that Ifemamo so eloquently espoused. I implore you to be the standard bearers of objectivity, the architects of informed discourse, and the unyielding defenders of freedom and truth. In this regard, all of us have to be concerned about some disturbing developments in our national discourse, part of which has been referred to by the president of the association. The perceived weaponization of state agencies against opponents, the creeping assault on the freedom of the press, the perceived lack of trust of the dispensation of justice, and the pathetic lack of accountability in the protection of the public purse. This is a time, ladies and gentlemen, for patriots to find their voices. This is a time to be fearless and courageous. We cannot and must not compromise on our defense of the national interest. As we approach the forthcoming elections, let your pens and your voices forge a narrative of peace, fairness, and democracy. The sad saga of Saul, irrespective of the outreach of vested interests who would want the public discourse their way, he stood firm and steadfast, embodied and informed the thought of the common American man in the latter half of the 20th century. His honest and potent reporting on Vietnam moved the then American president, Lyndon Johnson, to famously lament, and I quote, "If I have lost Cronkite, I have lost Middle America," unquote. The success of our attempt at a democratic order, Mr. Chairman, will depend crucially on how free our press is. In the words of
etwagu ye ewura samjoro na epanipa ya woda UCC suapona no
na efa bi no wasanso to aso kire mo sa abra galamse ba ye no wo hu sansam trofo kan ye ene ye pinuwa no pawie numra na dwoda hyiom na ye bo da woro hwasa Ghana fo bete na ye wono sunsonso galamse na de abra wo man no ene sane ye besibia ye na galamse na to atwa na so arewo sam ne ahomete sam ne se na santam wo ensam trofo kro no anu ahyase no mo bo da woro no ene obia kana no atum won tempo se radio station na sempo TV station bi aka galamse ho asam ya eno no wo mo twa manfo na dwene si so se yensu ansuwa yakwa ebretuo ni nyina da esei wo se ayare ho sam ya ahomete sam papa pase to mayimu na so sem trofo drum bia aya na ye ho sa.
I wish, Mr. Chairman, I could be more confident that the coverage will be professional. But I'm afraid I can't, given the rather unserious way in which another very important national issue, the most egregious abuse of the rights of millions whose livelihood has been decimated completely by Galamsey operations, has been treated by your profession. I don't know whether you are exhausted and indeed frustrated by the shameful lack of decisive action from the authorities to your interventions. All I know is that your association's pen, which is your weapon, has gone eerily silent on this all-important matter. I would have liked to see a more concerted and sustained action from you. Sadly, that has not been the case. Galamsey doesn't make the headlines anymore, and yet the country is experiencing the ravages of this terrible phenomenon every day. The alarming increase in kidney and liver diseases, the increase in children born with deformities, and the alarming infant mortality rates in the areas affected by Galamsey activities appear not to merit your sustained concern. What a shame. What a pity. As journalists, the times we live in beckon you to remember your purpose, your power, and your responsibility. Let me just say this: the price of your continued silence is too grave to fathom. Mr. Chairman, it is in this moment of reflection and anticipation that the immortal words of Ephraim Amos' composition, Yen Ara Assassini, resound with unparalleled relevance. The composition resonates today deeply. Its message of patriotism, stewardship, and unity echoes the ideals that all of us must champion.
I was aware Chancellor at the University of Cape Coast. Ora says Sam John.
Awia premtobere kase Sompa TV so na eguso ayede ema wo na awie ba bia wo bia no afa na o kan ye ho ayeda wase ma wakwa ba afa na wo ba nso akwan mu da ho ntibra na ebehwe wani so ade na kenka bi na etie before adwenkyere to ho bere pam ye ba ye ho adwuma kama na ye de ma wo ye ka wo se woni a owo bono na po ye fam so ekramu e wo Sompa 90.7 Sompa 90.7 woni a wo ba bi te se sunwane na afa nso hafo ne mpotam so kramu e wo Sompa 98.9 Sompa 98.9. Nemo wasante mantan kropon kumasum eye Sompa 93.1 FM. Sompa 93.1 FM. Ye kuyanim ewo ensam foforo emu. Yewura Alan Kwadwo Kyeremante ne nkyɛn na ye kro. Papa yi wate ne ho na wate ne ho no na wone afafranto enamo nti wafiri woson no ho na watomineka akodi afafranto achi ya wone afafranto na ekoro na wone afafranto ekoro na oduru nkwanta na so na wogira ye na oto nsafra ni nua Abu Sakara se womra na omu eni nkomodie mu wono ema ntiase ye adwuma se de Alan ene yewura Abu Sakala na eka bomu a omo ekoro kire se nyame ya atomo a 2024 NPP any NDC edwa Ghana for ho aso ho ache edi Ghana for sika se wo man kura ne science baabi ye duru no se omo anka mom na Ghana for NPP ni NDC sam no ye ntwaso na ya ntwa yani amfa hwe movement for change no a na ampa omamba amesesa ne mamu dia na kyese ebeyere pa e kire se obia bedi ho adanse e kire se nyame anim nie ebra NPP ba so no enema nkoye NDC nso enema nso enkoye saa na wo hwe ebra ye de kabi ma menka bi pa eye adwuma na wo hwe emfie dodo a NPP abedi so na wo hwe emfie dodo nso a NDC abedi so na wo keka empuntuo bom na wote empuntuo no free de asɛ no ho a na ɛkyerɛ sɛ nyame anim ne ye wo kwan twa pa na ebra na wopa dwumadie bi ho entoma ebra enkabom dwumadie no ne amanyokuo nkaye ne bia keka bom a omo kyerɛ sɛ nyame yɛ adom a tiatia ebotoa omo akeka wo ho abom nti 2024 no wo magi to me no de free MPP ne NDC nsɛm wo no ɛna wo de saa nsɛm wo atudwa nsɛm no de pino na wo de tudwa na wato so akyerɛ mu de ntia Sampempenso ya duri e wo se Ghana fo nyina da wo machi e de ma NPP ene NDC na mo twobani e de hwe wo mo.
As citizens, we owe it a moral obligation to generations preceding us who sacrificed to build this great nation, and to our children and generations yet unborn to build a Ghana that works, not just for those in political office or those who have access to politicians, but a Ghana that works for all Ghanaians. When politicians are voted into power, they are expected to empower the people rather than empowering and enriching themselves. I'm committed to leading an effort when voted as president to create a new political culture in our country.
Ene ya etwagu ye yewura Alan Kojo Chiramateni.
Na Alliance for Revolutionary Change no a abusua yewura Alan Kojo Chiramateni. Wone mpanyifo bi akeka won mo abom wo na wo mapa ho ntoma awon kramantamu no. Sese ya hyase a eje dom. Na wo be kwotena kira na se wote amanyokuo. Na wo hana amanyokuo no enhyeda nkɔ emunye du kyase wo enhyeda hunu so anasempo wo pese wonya dom akasa de na chi a na wo ne ho akwakodo sa alliance ya tetese rakwasi ada odike ya wono ya panyipa ya UPP amanyokuo no wotie ne mu no papa nso de ne ho akwakodo mu ya wo kyerese wo mu nyina akwakoka bom no mayemua sane be ya wo mu be yedu ne koba ne se wo mu pia ba monten so a ebusua ehu anasempo enipa binom ye mahyehe wonom se wo man no ayatimu no se bi onya NPP anase NDC enko adea na ye kwa wo no so na ye ne ewura kwasi ade odike akwakotwetwe asemi ho enkomo abanye kase mo ha o na wo ye de ya da nyame ase ayo atesa alliance wo so do ho agim atesa
ya introduction na wo yen e radio boa na democracy emwa ba kokwa na osi so bi chamaniku na wo nya do na o wo no ho wo de wa twitwi alliance ya ba na mo yeta
wadaro ma try ka tie me se what dia mekai ni ya ba sa me kire se nipa no pese ni mu yedu manka se ohunu ne ho ano wadaro ma se wuti
Mikio wote o pese o na domo a wo de ho akututwi obi chere bu be
na se yedu a aha
enya fair comment no for democracy no nanga we media property we promote the yankwa we obi abonfia
ye tie wadaro ma
enye alliance enye mu bu ana so mu a you ga kokko alliance de ba power you ga JP Wallace ko ya alliance e de kokko e de you ga kaya one alliance as a champion we na mo agina ishia na mu fi se ti wa gini ishia dia ana ni nke pe ho do ni enfa na me ko enya enkabo na yinti enya anọ baako a de ba pokọ eno nchepe se bibia obi ucha ana obi so eyitinu ko a ishia enema alone. Now, look, you are condition or no or the government of national unity and never. Issue with the union government. Do you think the politicians now? They are like, and you now see here, say, what if you do a question? And you have I can't want them. I want the same like money. I'm a coming. Yeah, boy. And you said, in the problem, any idea, a one more money, that's the son. And you say, we should be about him. No, see, problem. The quality of the plan, this and go food in Command. It was union. As one kind of memorial. It's important. China organizations and institutions. I tell you before, the interministerial alliance, the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of Agriculture, now and then be also not common grounds. Interministerial alliance. At those before, we need to take up for a joint operation. You are to far, the Dibachi will be in the alliance, and you deal with that, and that will be on phone. I am my alliance. Then to the Honorable Tara, a Sanina, a Pesumina, no more content, the enemy Chama home, an engineer, the Kitana home, instead. Pakuya the dia edu. Again, when you are like the match, and Shana, Professor, whatever Ghana, your fortune. In Shadia, no say, you can't love the moon. You may be done.
You. And this is here, no, what are my parties, no, don't say, Anna, I make a come on one bomb, my former alliance.
The young one.
Say, I'm so an uncle.
Sir, now, as for the back home, who are the kind you were Busatala, a big guy.
And just see, no, Jumadia Bay na 2024, some say himself, fee about Waffy. And he said, will be a year bibia. Now, what one was send your bayana about Waffy. Ghana for be who no matter about the man wenti a tirimbo pop bear in the ties her alliance yachi.
It will be pulling Ghana for the Chile. Yes. So it will be kind of boom. No, take force. Okay. You see here. We should not try to do NDC over almost 14 years. You hear why. Number 14. You come out from necessarily open you look around and the area of Pokona, none of open that woman Aberrain. The baby and Indiano, yeah, campaign, young for catcher, and they said we could do it, and yeah, like the rich guy, if you won't come home. The airline is crying, which will become no more. Yes, we became and if you are now open, and you won't come home. Now, when she said, Ghana, and she said, Abrofono, I will be doing political independence, Naka economic independence. We won't perceive that. And among someone, a big change, let Emma into me kind of home. Now you are young for don't cover the back. In your it is multi-party democracy. Abofuna Achada, Aqua Brennan, a good community care, Abashayako. And you know, Cathay, none of them be more a good Sabian. The Dafur and Quasson. And he about that. The kind of woman. Yes, it's a constitution. Yes, it's a model of government. Many money about some Pescabuma and my intimate. The knowledge lab. Not quite no quality. Not quite no woman. You at the car, Amanabasa. You. I mean, China.
Our Panacassia, but was no brand wadagia when Yami sure way. I was young to train Comway, Alapani Paya, UPP, Amanyoko, Watano, Yerakwasi Ade Udiki.
Abusuanya da so a ejinamu ewo amanyosem ene emu ensensem. Ghana has say o kenkan na wabobo edin ahodo ye wo ha ya omoye amanyoko a baako eye PNC People's National Convention PNC idru abato so a omoso ejinamu tenten pa na emu mpanifo enipa be se edu baako ya omoye party no mpanifo wo mu omo tere se na anu ada epo busum da na toso enwotwe ya court ekwa atenase court kwa atenase a atemu no eba abonte se won trotro for pani Janet Nabla ni su ene ne ban ene ne ye bi ya wada na die wa manyoko no mu empo waga na hase no emmoa ema party no eni so ade hunu ne trimopo ne da yeso ene ne nsusuye entimi nuru botaye no ho ne science na bra so so yi no ede esi nchen na enu aka ho bi ama se no party no aye abesi abem abe a esi abem se PNC amanyoko na yenim se fe no People's National Convention no se omada ne wom ho nifa so ama nipa num bi ate won ho afri party ne mu a wom so akote party ne foforo a wom so se ye fro wom se People's National Party People's National Party ya eno so aye PNP se no e free PNC aba PNP nyese bia PNC no agu ewo ho ne bom no wate wo ho aba beti PNP ya emunsem akwa bebere se no de o hwe kire se sie ya ye kasai se trotro edema PNP eye Sulemana Saido ne nsam wa ye busa na bra na ye te sasem se court akwat na se masa rule we na ba bonten so no wo kan sen.
Interim chairman and leader be Janet Asana Nabla, the vice chairman Francis Opong, the general secretary Suleiman Sedu, the deputy general secretary Abdul Kadri Isa, the national organizer Francis Dasu, deputy organizer Faustina Anane.
Era Suleiman Sedu ene yetene nkan.
I was say ya kwa joso ampeso so no ra kwa bina wusu aduomi ankane no emra sebedwani a wajira modem omanfo a ewo joso ampeso so na ye kasai nyankropon ya dom wasena electoral commission ade ababa to dwa sa by election e baba koso ewo joso ampeso so no ebusua panye pai ayiniti ya watcher se nyankopon ya dom obko akogina sa kwanten kro no wahwe na wapribi ya kasa ya se efia konwa to a adehye nyina da ehweso mbetumi apribie wono so tiwe wo adehye enti akwakoba ne seye no na wose wotegina wo ma ne manfo hunu no no mtenase sane ya bayi a afi se kwaba se wonya abano na se afi nso chokrampo no wo baba ye mra shebadwane e wojo so a 2024 abato Ghana fo ato ama no na wahwe ayen sakraye e wojo so empeso so.
Yes, son is Abraham Fisono. I primary Lucia and the choir. We are not buying the party and manager said, maybe so a polling station elections. I have area committees, the national consensus executives. Polling station elections. The party no guidelines and regulations. They are the top. Aba ya omo so moto na kumati 1 a.m. 2 a.m. 3 a.m. 4 a.m. no matter. That is about today. And can you MPP sympathizers now more cool. We are more electoral area. Omona Omotoaba. AD police station officers. So we need the command side. Omo ankasa e church omudin and what the point. The constituency executives at that time, including some of the officers, took it up at the protests and complaints from our region, MPP region, from one country, only from our national MPP headquarters for her. And I was the Abraham Park Committee. they were called Omukoi, the pictorial evidence, videos, pictures. About a ton of much 1 a.m., 2 a.m., 3 a.m. Uncle Saga, as I'm not for court, like to see the court. The court to cry, judge and cry, yeah, with the assembly near transfer. Yes, as soon. Sabase, Apenya Basse, Yanko Primaries, Yanko Toba, Yanko Foya, Omo. About to young one about to swallow. It's better than me who's doing me my pot, send to swallow.
Joey, I can receive Jania. Now, we don't know the mother share a war, I just saw and persuaso. You're a quabana, Usu, Edumi.
Abusia, Yanko, Yanimu, and some Fufremu. When you must say Ghana, ya, ye woman Siciano, baby, a Drew Siciano, a say. Ya dwatoa IMF so omomwayen ewo yesikasem ahoodremu ya efa edika de tosumienu ne ade ye hwe animu ne hu seseye de mate bebere no antinya ade ye besan akoyechi wo sa efa no biemu abusua de abeduru sesia ene se IMF mpanifo abo amane se baabi ya duru no abafu nyansa kwanso ye fa so ye de ye nipa seso artificial no eba ba ye adwuma na adwuma eba beye no eyade se eba be ha dwen pa sa wo de ko ha mu nchichemu kura na se nipa be 100 kura na eye adwuma na artificial no ebetwa be 40 afrimu efrise omonso de nipa betimi aye no omonso betumi aye asemu ne kano ne nchechiremu no emu odu kakra nti ma yenkwa ahoma no so ma yenje adwen ene nimdie kakra ewo ho awia yi yensaka doctor osei asibe oyobi a waben se ehwehwemu ani ade wo kyerade e wo kwame nkroma suapon no mu Dr. Sompa TV so ni erade aso
yeah asumbiye enkamon so
Dr. na
yesu adumboko
enkomo a IMF ani ye boyi yete ye no ye yam wahye kakra uyobi a wo ye nhwehwemu yie pa dore suko wo nhwehwemu wo san kyerade enkomo ni nsam wo mo ka no Dr. what asemi
ai matikakra
asem no ede no mo pese Ghana for ehye ne nso ne no mo pese yete ase
nya ewomu ne se ye chance se ye adapt AI no ewe atuma biemu a edinsanso bi bebe ye de ebi ene se CCN no se ye hwe globally according to research no by 2030 no even in America no they're going to lose 12 million workers are going to lose their work to AIs. 12 million American workers. So it's all the back Ghana and so on. They pay the percentage and you get to be pre, maybe lose your majuma, say adopt to AI now. Asema emu rem, and as some can say, Abba was say, in Yemu, Hunumu, and Sunny at Netuanamo, and yes, binya susanso bebre beha fence Ghana workforce no no kre wo mu no
Doctor die na yenye baby ya beduru die na yenye die na yenhwe die na yentie ansa na yatusa na mo wese ko ba se bia ya boye trimu pose bia ye pese ye gitum na ebe ya adwuma na boa
ne wo mu ne se pese ye to amount there and the first step na CCN ye labor force no people no any advanced what do you call it skills in IT and to say ye person ye to amount there na was here shift labor force no people mombe IT survey and not IT inclined and yes there when we bring in the IT system no first benya so ba kono say the capacity no in IT no and so be sa and you see the IT ne base na make say nkofo bebre o say move to IT no you need capacity no and e bi mu so say we to na mo o say ehwe say ye nkwa mo musisia no e shift bebre to IT education and yet just computer and we say yo because it comes with programming languages I was say timi to sa na mo no but say ye hwe ne ni mo yi sa pa dia na o say ye hwe ne ma ye ni twintwa so kakra fa na say say adapt IMF for decision also making then I will say it me slow down kakra. And yes, I say move straight into it. It means that we are going to now bring in more automated systems. CCN, banking, cross sector, CCN, bank sector, be lose workers, be lose much more because we say you can't go for be as tellers. You hear just few people. Near Akanyina, it will be done by the what do you call it, automated system. So with your mobile phone, you can now withdraw your money or even upload your money. Into this system has created, we call it disruptive innovations. Disrupted the working space right now. And now because of such disruptions, people have lost their jobs. In the second adapted there was a teaming a slow down a workforce maybe or more strength in the work. Any how I beat me I shift IT to baby strength in a week. But the bad baby workforce no a stronger. Like I say, so be and free mo. In the CFA and workforce maybe your workforce near week I hear ICT I bet in my friends say AI no I was a team best support here no here. And not just in general, say adapting all workspaces on the higher power.
Doctor, in Mr. Radio or Kwame Nkrumah Suaponum. Ya wuchire ebi enne awie ebodonko a ebi a obekọ akochirade nje bi a untumi nkọ bibia asi ukwan ya ye ka ho asem yi obetumi aye adwuma no anka wo senne untumi nye no a wo so wonko obetumi aye
CCR if say because of e-learning no meeting I am lecture no crack to about some 1 month ago na ma blogging na ma time no say bought of paper students in meeting make access meeting access and be must meeting upload do responses are likely questions as meeting access na AI no I respond to their mommy.
Doctor, we are say abana we ya na.
Yeah, but the because I don't pay no me ade kakra me ya ne ade kakra bi na idea ehu because I feel be o ka kire me no na ehu pa if you say
enkomo a woni ni di ya wo kan bi kire wo no wada ma nim se wontimi nsane enkomo no mu nyina nkire yen but kakra bi no wada ma boa yen e ba bi ben na ubusa no a wo ma wansa bi a wo hu dwiri wo kakra.
We decide to say, indeed, CCA will, if you see CCA will mean, AI am one bay. Therefore, so can be there from home, or can be bree in a mammy. No, so I can't tell them, see, I'm sure. A July, you want to see an about come taking over the beer. Now, Moon put me a Jumana faster, a chainipa. Now, most to me a journey faster to chainipa, and I'm saying, hey, and there's a mabble. Say idea I want to me every
Doctor, obi betimi asori sesi ase me amene wo kase ye frɛ me kwabena kese metimi asori sesi ase me kwaji bia wa no na me na betena fie se wo ba matisika ko wa no ana
acho ane komobi kakra bi obi ni AI bi na beta me no sesi a ba culture ya ne say AI or say make can go or say I miss you. Yeah, internet ya na kache. That's it. Thanks for your sweet words. Yeah, na kache sao.
I say or dana se wo kan samwa e de sa akere no.
I guess I there.
Doctor, I'm going to say when you betimi afa kwan bi so atwe sabi wo ba ne be ma hunsuo a process no e de ahyemo mo atimi akora bibi ti se nyinse na bere koyadi mu no
patrol bibi sa de sisi an e no my e no my ni na no mu ni emotions the mind say omu any so many emotions na near AI no tie ne say so ye more emotions are and they dangerous am ye para because we need to take over human race.
Because nipa ade afidi a woni ni di nkomo a wo kan nsem kire wo ni ade sa no de say we no say ya be sokora hwekora no a na me say ye koya ni musa no ye betimi aduru ho sa o ana me bo doctor
about a bit na batisa because ni me question no say nchi be use abeba but ade ehu e manipa
ba ku bi a editor ya to so a ye hwe bi sesi a no ye wonu obi e bo netball Bono ebi kura botanist or yen pepe person the nipa na eye. Yes no emsa say ya ne sa wana.
E just say na nigna ne say nipa na eye sa ne ma no. Nti say nipa na eye sa ne ma ne dia na je say nipa e wo tumi che sa ne ma ne nyina. Nti ne wo mu nyina ne say sitia no I was nipa mo mu eye more say learning oriented. Also, you be a see and Danny Daniel, and yes, I make you over.
We know ya can me a brand new Sunny at artist and Morofono, a sabi and Humi and Kwa Yankopo Humigu Muno, said the Wadi Bomono, and a beer or Munya Bisa, yes, I'm committing my ni papa.
Aye, only we say, but at the film when they say, it's and baby, are very conscious. We go to be very conscious from your robot. How the money you so very conscious of your robot there, and you're waiting here. I want me and touching the no, because I'm modifying the code. If you the algorithm, on a direct say, I say, yes, and yes, and so this all algorithm as some to me.
Doctor, and come where the message say we had a beefy habit because the name and Tiasiano would be who baby, I say. I'm say the eye and I'm doctor.
I said, yeah, but say, young could do some persuasive. And see, if you name the last city crown of Hollywood, directors not be movies, no, must sack it, but must sack your script like a single baby, someone who would do. It's your moment here and a bayajuma. Mokra Luta. Sending the contract in him. And say, idea is the idea, the Akoya Penny. Doctor,
I assume they come area.
Yo, Mr. Dasapa.
Opania, Yanino Edin Comoy, watch Radia, Ewo Kwame Nkrumah Suaponumu. Na Oyobia, wa Yen Shishemu, a Doria Sukopa, or Shishemu, or na Edina Dinkomo, and never be able to new, enti Eja. O trewa adwene ana wa trewa adwene mu o trewa nkwaba mu ana wa tre nkwaba mu awia insam no doso ya bo modema won san kamizo ene 5G ne bi Dr. Silas Adaworoma ye wode ya fra ene de ya mfra ye ewo ho dodo bi a wo pe bia no Dr. Silas mema won san ka bi de hia ne se wo be frɛ number na eguase no Dr. Silas no wo de frɛ no ba bi a wo se bia no wode bi bebrɛ 0246270221 0246270221 I am Tim Sisiade na afa Koko ene hawa wodi no aye for a herbal center wona duro aye friend say Koko master no eni kasemo ne say Misty Herbal call na dane herbal eno achi apidank ba bia na ye no so no mu a wobetimi atukwan wo hawo bia enim say be fa wo yam wo koba na obaye bibia boko 0546107107 0546107107 sabra fe na ekobo donko eberenko ibia mesra wo se tutumirika yenkrabata no doson mantam dun sare nyina no 21st clinic ye ho no mu ya ye adwuma hya no so se ye ne sciatica expert no yare na so oto achi ho no sisi achi ho efa woto seremu onankokom ho wanantu besi wonapo no esi fom na busua nwetimi atutu par ha beka se watia aduro so yare ye fe ne sciatica na edi wafurusane ewo wonipadua no musa no na enhwemu bia wo pese wo ye fa nipadua no bia nso ye hu adwuma yare nka ye bia no ye betwa massage papa bi no bra ha manua hini ane ye de ye adwuma ewo ho no ba bia wo firi a wo ba bia no kasa bia wo ka bia no wo de se wo ntia sante kasa akora ema no anya wo datwene kora ye wo nipa wo ho no mu akasa bia wo ka bia no omote na ya ye de wo pe ede ama wo 0540311311 0540311311 of course we are the fastest internet in the world cloud internet in the top higher ye ne yenuanom Love FM ene di ahwane mu ade bia da ye fa internet ho no ye ne kadua na ye de ama wo enti ya hye no nso me se sa wo de ya woni pa bi kura me ya adom e channel obeyi no so opa internet wona daka mram no waso abusu apani da ya mo de mo nko cloud internet ho wo be ne sa wo pese bicycle kura na pese bi ya wo de internet ko ho a wo mo de wo be ye de ama wo ba bia ya wo pese wo de internet ko schools ahodo sorry ba bia no e cloud internet of course they are the fastest internet in the world number no 024 akose ye saying
0202699110 0202699110 I was saying you know we suni yantonkra ebesaba
21st clinic aye sciatica expert sciatica no o nerves na wo to ase na fa wo siremu na fa wo nansia besi ase ho no se ho techema eno ene ye fa ne sciatica na etimi bubu o to ase ka wo se dwe wo sirem wo je ho ba bia enye na eno na 21st clinic ba ye adwuma pa wo mu yenti abasobo o magine wo Ghana ha ene amono ne enyasem ketewa wo mu gi international awards ahodo wo mu gi local awards ahodo na anu nso na wo mu be the only sciatica research and treatment center in Africa. Bibrim hano ebi ni baby a gi 21st clinic nkwa. Wo mu dia bibiduro ene besa o yare no masa de machine aka ho. Eya yare sabia yare bia wutimi de ko ne mama ade ba ko a wo magidi wo mu pa no. Eye sciatica ena stroke nso wo de kwa diabetes ne hypertension ne ade ne ade. Ghana ha ba bia wo mu ho. 0540 311 311 0540 311 311. That's the 21st clinic. Wo mu ye sciatica expert.
Introducing Mixer 5G Sparkling Drink, a whole new refreshment in a can. Mixer 5G is a tasty non-alcoholic drink. It is a perfect companion for all your events, including parties, weddings, and funerals. It is made with green tea, ginseng, guarana, grapes, and grapefruit. Get refreshed with Mixer 5G Sparkling Drink. For bulk purchases, contact 0246 270 221. This advert is FDA approved. Sompa TV, Emma Akitiapa.
Abusia Adam was Dr. Be Watano so apatrapaya was show Abusia waya dear Yinata was Fabadano, fiber dear kidney or sahenia. Anasempo a treya dear secretary dear low sperm count ya dear Biataya bodia a ye na a watch as a force so a yeni peduana semponi pano. Fakodan Dr. Abe a Watana so apatrapa. Now one shiny hujuma and fama nedro de atashe 120 Abusia na ready nyamibe to me a kasam no say wokwa asori bia ya wosom no na se mpogidie bia ya wo mu no wona wugina so bo esompa ya ansana ne hahama no wode beka wo a wode aka wo Fred Dr. Abe was 0243 345 392 0243 345 392 Yenyina resuni amfa ensem no ensi amfa seda emakuku Africa Jando akosia somoya Grace News Team no buzi yadamu nyina mo aseda mo ase ena wiensam fo panyin eyora Santi Eboa Benedict akosia ajewa akwade boaten enimedi mene
nana kwabena kese ye sore so ama sompa nkomo so ma mi premier ni wode na bedwafo abetenase
Here in Ghana, when it comes to chicken, the good old days are back. Why? Because Boris Beef's Chicken, BBC, is here. Yep, give your family and loved ones Boris Beef's Chicken. Fresh, tasty, delicious. Boris Beef's Chicken is produced right here in Ghana by our cherished poultry farmers with support from the Ministry of Agric. Get whole frozen chicken, gizzard, chicken feet, chicken neck, and chicken liver for those special family meals, buffets, picnics, funerals, and all restaurants. Get Boris Beef's Chicken. It's halal, so everybody can enjoy. Wherever you are, call Boris Beef's Farms hotline 0544 444 53. Ask for our branch that is closest to you and come get your chicken. Boris Beef's Chicken, BBC, proudly a Fiakoko.